Hey YouTube, I'm coming to you today with a very brief video on information that will aid you in your search for your plastic surgeon. Um, I'm going to have a tummy tuck and lipo on my flanks and also a hernia repair in 5 days. So it'll be next Wednesday. I can't wait. I'm like so super excited. I just want to wake up and tomorrow's Wednesday. So um, you want to be sure when choosing a plastic surgeon, you want to be sure that that doctor is qualified to do whatever procedure that they're going to be performing on you. So you want to start off by going to your local state medical board's website to find out if that doctor is licensed and qualified to perform such a surgery. You also want to go to the American Board of Plastic Surgery. There is where you'll find out if the doctor is in fact qualified to perform any sort of plastic surgery procedure. You want to also go to, if it qualifies for you, you also want to go to the American Board of Cosmetic Surgery's website. That is where you can find out if they are board certified to perform any sort of cosmetic procedures. You can then, once you find out if the doctor is board certified, there you will, from there, you'll go to the American Board of Medical Specialties. That is where you will find out if the doctor is qualified to perform plastic surgery. You want to be sure that he or she is certified to do plastic surgery, not just surgery. You want to make sure that it's plastic surgery that they're qualified to perform because it's different from just general surgery. You want to also go to the American Board of Surgery. There's where you'll find out if the doctor has had any surgery experience. They'll tell you if the doctor is a part of that community or not. I don't think it's necessary for them to be a part of that community, so you may not find much information there because I didn't, but definitely visit your local state medical board and also the American Board of Plastic Surgery if you're looking into getting a tummy tuck or breast augmentation or anything of that sort. Once you find out if the doctor is in fact board certified, you can then go to the Federation of State Medical Board.org. There's where you'll find any complaints, if any, let's hope not, any complaints filed against that doctor. You can put in their information and then they'll pull up any complaints and I think the year of that complaint. There you want to look into that to be sure that the doctor isn't just performing surgeries and not listening to the patients and giving them what they want. This website also, that the organization is over disciplinary actions for whatever the surgeon has done. So, if they violated the law, then this organization is, I guess, they're in charge of any disciplinary actions against the surgeon. And when you find out if your doctor is qualified, you want to also be sure that the doctor's support staff is qualified. You don't want an anesthesiologist that's over there reading a magazine while you're under anesthesia and not paying attention to your vitals and don't have the necessary qualifications to even be in the operating room assisting on such a procedure. There's a website for that. You can go to the American Board of Anesthesiologist, and you can also be sure that the anesthesiologist assistant is qualified. That website is the National Commission of the Certification of Anesthesia Assistants. It's a mouthful, but I'll put all of these websites down below in the description box. That way you can go ahead and it'll hopefully make things a little easier on you while doing your research. So you want to make sure your doctor is qualified, the doctor's support staff is qualified, and you also want to be sure that the doctor's facility is up to standard. So there is where you'll find the website. I'm sorry, I don't have the website for that because I can't find it, or either I just forgot to write it down. But you want to be sure that the doctor, one, has privileges at a local hospital, because that kind of gives you insight into that doctor to find out if he or she is in good standing within the community. Because usually doctors that have privileges at local hospitals, they're still in pretty good standing with the community. Now, if they don't have any ties to any hospital or any renowned facilities, or not renowned, but just, standard facilities, you might want to keep walking. So be sure that he or she has privileges at the local hospital, or you can also look up the facility that the clinic, because a lot of doctors do outpatient, outpatient clinics. So you want to make sure that clinic is up to standard, and it's licensed, and it's doing everything it should do to keep you safe and keep you safe. So another thing when researching your plastic surgeon, be sure he or she has enough years in the industry to kind of give them time to learn, because they do internships, they do fellowships, they do like 100 procedures, cosmetic and plastic surgery procedures. You also just want to know that they have enough years just doing, once they have their practice, you want to know that they have enough years doing the procedures, because that kind of gives them time to learn from their mistakes and things like that. You don't want them practicing on you. So be sure to do no less than 3 consultations. I wouldn't say do like 9 and 10 consultations, but be sure you have a good enough number to where you can do a good compare and contrast of the doctors. Talking to just one doctor, you're going to, of course, you're so excited, you're going to say, oh, I love him, I love her. She's saying everything I want to hear. But you want to be sure you talk to at least 3. That way you can kind of ask them the same questions and see how their responses vary. If they vary widely, then you want to kind of say, well, I talked to another surgeon and he or she said such and such. That way they can maybe explain themselves, or kind of give you a more direct or clear answer to what you were trying to find out. So, it's very, very important to do your due diligence, ladies. I know we're excited to get back to the old us or a brand new us, but we want to make sure that we're choosing the right surgeon and someone who is qualified to bring you into the new you. So if you have any questions, just drop me a line and I'll be sure to respond, and you give me some feedback on this video, or feedback on your search and what you've been encountering. So I'll get back to you ladies with my next video. Ladies and gents, I know gents get plastic surgery too, and I'm all for it. If you want to be a brand new you, go for it. But my next video is going to be the day of my surgery, and I'll kind of give you some insight on how things are going and the steps that you have to take. And maybe if I get enough information from you guys, some feedback, I'll do a supply list. But there's so many videos on supply lists out there, you can probably just catch one of those, and it's easy as pie. So see you next time.